What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my match review, match reaction and match analysis of Manchester City's 3-1 victory over Club Brugge in the Champions League. A win which means Manchester City qualify into the playoffs of the Champions League, and our Champions League season and European season doesn't come to an end this evening. And I think I can speak on behalf of all Manchester City fans when I say, phew. Anyway, before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe, now less than 9,000 subscribers away from my aim of 50,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. So, phew. Yeah, we got the job done in the end. No thanks to a really poor performance from Manchester City in the first half. There was no movement, no penetration, no enthusiasm. It was very flat from Manchester City. And I think that first half really summed up Manchester City's campaign so far in the Champions League. It's been lacklustre, it's been poor, there's been no ideas, it's been tired, it's been hard work. It's just quite simply not been very good. And had Manchester City carried on like that in the second half, we would have not won this game. I don't think we'd have scored, which meant we'd have lost this game and gone out of the Champions League tonight. And with the whole world watching, hoping that Manchester City were going to drop points today and go out of the Champions League, I think it's more relief more than anything else that Manchester City have managed to get the job done. And I think things were made a little easier for City in that second half by Club Brugge having a good look at half-time about what's happening in the other games. Now, they knew everything was already in their own hands, and they knew they just needed to avoid defeat at the Etihad to go through to playoffs to potentially try and reach the last 16 of the Champions League by just ensuring they don't lose this game, or end up drawing the game. It's enough for them, but they look at half-time, they see Stuttgart losing to PSG 3-0, and the game's near enough done. And because of that result, it means that Club Brugge, regardless of what's going to happen in the second half, are going to go through. And that's why you saw a lot of the Club Brugge fans and the staff just keeping an eye on the phones, just checking the score to make sure that nothing was changing in Germany, and PSG were holding out on that victory, which they managed to do by 4-1. So I felt like Club Brugge really relaxed themselves in the second half, and that allowed Manchester City just to have that sense of urgency to push forward and go and try and score goals. John Stones going pretty close right from the off of the second half, making City's intentions known, and it was a good second half performance from City. There was intent there, they wanted to score goals, they wanted to make things happen, and it's not easy when you're under pressure. You've got one half to score at least 2 goals and don't concede any more goals. Well, Kovacic with a well-taken goal to grab the equaliser. Club Brugge looked very lively to try and find another goal in the game up until the manager chose to make the substitutions, and I felt that really took the sting away from Club Brugge and allowed Manchester City to not only dominate but also kind of take the foot off the gas and start to preserve some energy, especially once Manchester City had found that second goal through that own goal from that ball across from Josko Gvardiol. I felt like just settled everybody down. Everyone felt much better that we were just waiting for a third to go in, and once we managed to wrap the game up and grab that third goal for Manchester City for a well-taken goal from Savinho, I think we all, by the end, thought, phew, that's done, we'll move on to the playoffs. And now we've got to wait until Friday to learn who our opponents are going to be in the playoffs. We know that Man City are going to be at home in the first leg and away in the second leg. We know we won't be seeded for the draw in the last 16 if we do get there, so we'll be once more at home in the first leg and away in the second leg of the last 16 should Manchester City get there. So we've got some potential tricky fixtures really to navigate. There's some really good teams that have managed to finish in the top 8 of the Champions League that could cause a lot of bother to Manchester City. There's first and foremost, though, in the playoffs, a lot of teams that can cause some bother. A couple of standout teams, the likes of Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, potential opponents for Manchester City. But I'm also looking at that and thinking you've got the likes of Dortmund in there who can cause Manchester City problems, lots of energy in midfield. PSG we've already faced. We know how good they can be. Benfica, there's a lot of good teams in there, so it's not a gimme that Manchester City get to the last 16. All we know is our European adventure doesn't end tonight, and if Manchester City, worst case scenario, end up going out of the playoffs, we'll drop into the Europa League. And if that does happen, got to remember, we're facing a battle for the top 4 of the Premier League. If we can win the Europa League, that's a route into the Champions League for next season as well. So it was important that Man City managed to win tonight and see where we can go from there. If we can navigate our way through the playoffs, we'll see who we get in the last 16. And I think it's just all about navigating through these tricky spells, because Man City, when it comes to the crunch and comes to big games and must-win games, Man City are very good at that. Over 2 legs, I fancy that Manchester City, if they can turn up, can go out there and be more than a match for anybody. And I think, and I'm going to put quotes on, I think Manchester City can register our new signings from this month for the playoffs, because it's classed as the next stage of the competition, the playoff stage. So hopefully we'll have Omar Marmoush, we'll have Abdukodir Khusanov and Vitor Reis, and any more signings, if Man City do make any more in the transfer window, available to us for the playoffs as well. And I feel like that will offer Man City much more energy, that this lacklustre performance that we saw from City with an aging midfield and lots of tired legs in there, I'm hoping isn't going to be any more of a problem in this competition, as long as we can keep the majority of our squad fit. And I think that's now got to be the next basis. But it's all about taking things a game at a time. It's job done tonight. Got a big game on Sunday against Arsenal. We'll see if we can go down to North London and pick up a win. That would be absolutely brilliant, and a great way to take into confidence ahead of some really big games coming up. We get a week off, and then we've got big playoff games coming up. We've got an FA Cup game coming up against Leyton Orient away. Huge Premier League games against Newcastle, against Liverpool as well, sandwiched in with these playoff games. So games are going to come thick and fast. So we've just got to deal with it one game at a time. Next up, Arsenal. See if we can get a result in North London on Sunday and move from there. But as I said, phew, job done. We move on. We're into the playoffs. We'll see who we face. Draw on Friday, 11 a.m. GMT. So they've been my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video as well. That would be much appreciated. It lets me know that you are enjoying the videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all for the next one. Last note, thank heavens we had Savinho ready to come on in the second half. For me, made the difference, and Manchester City looked a better team for it as well. There we go. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.